The cut man in Leija's corner is Joe Souza. If you saw Arturo Gatti versus Wilson Rodriguez on the second installment of Boxing After Dark, and if you saw it, you'll never forget it, Gatti's cut man, who rescued his man's chances to win that fight, was Joe Souza, this same guy.
This cut is very similar over the other eye as that occurred in the second fight. There is the punch that opened his eyes. On 4 of 5 occasions, Leija has been cut and has had plastic surgery, so that if you saw him, you wouldn't really know that he had all of those cuts.
But he said to us yesterday, I cut too easily. I just hope that Steele will give me a chance to stay in there if it happens.
And there he got hit with a double left hook right on the cut at the beginning of the round.
Azumah Nelson, the old professor, taking James Leija to school now as round 6 begins.
There was also 2 great body shots by the veteran.
The old professor thinks he has lifetime tenure.
The one thing he has to be, oh, good hook, oh, there he is, he's out. Leija is hurt badly.
Leija not holding on, electing to punch back instead.
Good body shot by the professor. These body shots are really taking a toll on Leija.
Steele pulls him apart.
He wants to stop the fight because he knows Leija is beginning to show wear and tear. He better punch back or Steele will stop this fight. The body shots have weakened Leija so much until his punches don't have the same power on him.
But he's still got the guts to throw as blood envelops his right eye.
He has the heart of a champion. He landed a great body shot there. But I just don't know if he can come back from this.
Azumah slowing down for the moment. After having thoroughly dominated the first 60 seconds of this round, he came out of his corner and threw those 2 left hooks in a hurry to reopen the cut over Leija's eye. And since then, he's been landing more or less at will.
Jim, I must say that I think the 2 losses are the main factor here. Because Leija just doesn't have the same confidence that he had before.
Yeah, but I also have to give Nelson credit.
Yes.
Richard Steele's seen enough. And Azumah Nelson has the technical knockout victory he so badly wanted in his revenge bout against James Leija.
The diamond keeps sparkling. He is an amazing character, Azumah Nelson. I don't recall a top fighter in the lower weight divisions sustaining this kind of quality these many years.
Ever.
And Richard Steele's been ripped in the past for what people thought were quick stoppages, but I'm not sure you can criticize this one, Roy.
No, I think this was excellent because the guy was showing wear and tear. Azumah clearly wore this guy down with body punches. He made Leija punch, he took all of it, he blocked it, and then he wore Leija's body down. And
in this last round, prior to the stoppage, Leija simply not ready or willing to fight back enough to prevent Richard Steele from calling a halt. And we'll take another look at the sequence prior to the stoppage. Azumah landing lefts and rights, and then setting up the target and coming in with a combination, and Richard Steele says enough.
The fans definitely and obviously want to see death, but it's not going to happen here.
Richard Steele, because of a very, very severe laceration to the right eye of Jesse James Leija, had to call a halt to the bout. We'll have the official time for you in just a moment.
This great warrior has just been worn down by a true old veteran.
No complaint from Leija when the fight was stopped. You heard the crowd booing, but Jesse James himself walked to his corner and accepted Steele's stoppage with total equanimity. You can see that Nelson landed almost exactly twice as many punches as Leija in the bout, was landing at a 51% connect percentage, and This is thorough dominance on Azumah Nelson's part. Incidentally, the three judges had it scored 48-46, 48-46, 49-46, all in favor of Azumah Nelson. So the old professor was headed toward a possible decision victory if he wasn't able to get the stoppage, and he did. And now Michael Buffer with more of the particulars.
Once again, the bout was called a halt to because of a very severe laceration suffered to the right eye of Jesse James Leija. He was unable to continue. Referee stops the bout at 158, 158 of round number 6. The winner, and still WBC super featherweight champion of the world, the Professor, Azumah Nelson.
And a final look at the scene in the ring. Azumah Nelson at age 37, after 17 years as a professional fighter, has the 39th victory of his illustrious career, and Larry Merchant is with him.
Azumah, congratulations to you. You did what you said you would do. Did you think, having watched Leija lose to De La Hoya and to Ruelas, that you could overpower him?
First of all, I'd like to thank my God for making this possible. My God, let me know that, with him all things are possible. I love my God, and my God is able. I'd like to thank all my church members, ARS members. I say, I love you. I love Mr. Saki, my friends. Hey, Babu, wherever you are, come home. I love you. I miss you, baby. Babaron, I'd like to give thanks to Babaron for giving me this opportunity to prove myself once again. And then, now I'm ready.
Okay, now let me repeat the question. Did you think, having watched Leija get overpowered by Ruelas and by De La Hoya, that was how you had to fight him?
No, not that. You know, I told you before the fight that, nobody can beat me twice. You know, this is the history that I'm making. And nobody can beat me twice.
But you were more aggressive than we have seen you earlier in the fight. Why was that?
That's what I told you. I wanted to take him out in the first round, you see, but I decided not to take him out in the first round. You understand? So I wanted to punish him for a while and prove people think I'm old and I can't go the distance. You know, and I decided, I changed my mind that I wanted to knock him out in the 11th round or 12th round so that people will know that the stamina that I have is unquestionable.
Well, let's take a look at the first round knockdown, if we can get it up here on the monitor, and you tell us what you saw in the first round.
Look at this right here. And look at this right now. Nobody can take it like that. But, you know, he's a very strong guy. I said before that if he go 2 rounds, he will go to coma. But I decided, no, I have to punish him. I have to let him know that, I'm the best in the world.
All right, as the best in the world, what's next? Are you going to go back to your homeland for another year and come back and beat somebody else? And who would that somebody else should be?
I don't know. I wish I can fight tomorrow or next week. But all depend on my new promoters now, for Baron and the company. I'm waiting for them. Whatever they say, they tell me to go on tomorrow. Hey, man, I'll take anybody. I don't care who I fight.
Thank you very much, Azumah Nelson. And here, let's talk to Jesse James Leija. Jesse, you were in against a different fighter tonight, even though he looked familiar to you. Or were you just not the same fighter you had been when you fought him before?
No, I'm the same fighter. I just think it was his night. I fought hard, and he fought hard, and it was just his night. The other 2 times were my night, you know.
You said beforehand that you thought he would come out hard. Were you surprised? Why couldn't you hold him off?
Well, no, it's not that I couldn't hold him off. I just got caught with a good punch, and it could happen to anybody in boxing. And he's a good fighter, and I'm a good fighter. I just happened to get caught tonight. It was his night, not my night, and he won.
You came back after the knockdown and did pretty well for 2 or 3 rounds. Had you felt no effects from that punch?
Really, I didn't feel too much from that punch. To tell you the truth, when you get down, you really don't know if you were down or not. I guess I got up right away. I wasn't hurt. It's just, you know, one of them things. I have to go back and look at the tape and see where I went wrong.
He opened your eye pretty badly there. It's a nasty gash that looks just like the one you had over your left eye in the last fight. Do you think that referee Steele properly ended it because of that and because of the punishment you were taking?
Well, I don't know. I have to go back and look at the tape. I cut real easily, and that's always been my problem in boxing. I cut too easy, and that's been my downfall. But to no excuse, today was his night, and he was a better fighter tonight. That's plain and simple.
And for your fans in San Antonio and elsewhere, you have no quarrel with the stoppage of the fight?
I'm not too sure. I have to go back and look at the tape and observe it and see what happened. But hey, I mean, this is boxing. You know, it's a weird sport. It's a fun sport, but it has its ups and downs. And I have to go back home and look at the tape, and maybe he'll give me a rematch like I gave him rematch.
Thank you very much, Jesse James.